Basically, you just need to change your mindset and your attitude towards sadness itself. The two things that you can adopt in order to remove sadness is believing that sadness is temporary, and then second, to believe that sadness is okay to feel as long as you have the right traits. So, firstly, sadness is temporary. So, I remember one time I was in a room by myself doing something that I was doing, and suddenly, ooh, that was a good fart. I just suddenly farted in the room, like no one was around, and like all the windows were closed. And eventually, I took a whiff, and I was, oh, God, that's disgusting. That's how it smells like. Ew. And then after that, I started covering my nose, and I was like mouth breathing, making sure that I wouldn't smell the thing. Because if you mouth breathe, you don't smell the fart, and it's not uncomfortable. And it's kind of hard to like not breathe for so long when you pinch your nose because you start to panic because you're not breathing and so I just started mouth breathing, covering my nose. Man, that's disgusting. And then after some time, probably 10 minutes, I took a whiff again. Yes, no more fart. After some time passed, the fart went away. Now my nose doesn't have to be in pain from smelling my own fart that I produced. Basically, the lesson of the story is when some pain, hardship, and tribulation comes your way in life, like the fart, then it's not like it's forever that it's going to happen. If you're 20 years old right now, it's not like if you're broke, you're going to be broke until you're 80. Or if you're injured at 20 years old, you're not going to be injured for until you're 80. Sadness and lots of the bad events in our life are just temporary. As time passes, the fart smell will go away, and suddenly you'll realize that you're comfortable again. Your happiness is back, your comfort is back. And now you actually feel you're back in a position where you're relaxed. And then you're back to being hit with more sadness because all the bad times are temporary, and same with the good times. So that's the first mindset. Every time you think you're sad, you just repeat to yourself, sadness is only just temporary. So it's not going to be forever that I'm going to be depressed or disappointed or unconfident or broke or whatever. All the hardships and the pains and the suffering that you'll experience on earth, they will be temporary. They, even just for a little bit, they will go away. That's the first mindset, and that's really good, actually. And then the second thing is sadness is okay to feel as long as you have the right traits. Sadness is okay to feel as long as you do it in the right way. So basically, there are two ways of feeling sad. And by the way, sadness is inevitable. So no matter what cold shower technique you do, you're not gonna completely get rid of sadness. I forgot to say that. But there are two ways that you can feel sad. You can feel sad and pessimistic, sad and despaired, sad and feel unfortunate, sad and giving up. That's the wrong way of feeling sad. The right way of feeling sad, which is the way that I do, is sad but optimistic, sad but hopeful, sad but grateful, and then sad but hardworking. When you do it the wrong way, you'll go into learned helplessness and avoid decisions that would even get you out of the sadness in the first place. When you do it the right way, you feel so motivated and even smile at just how effective this protocol is. And you didn't really do any action, you just changed your mindset or your attitude towards the thing, your thinking towards sadness. Whenever you feel sad, you should always be optimistic. When you feel sad, you should still be hopeful. When you feel sad, you should still be grateful for the things in your life. And when you're sad, most importantly, you should still be hardworking and be disciplined in the times that you're sad, which is easier said than done. Learned helplessness is one of the best ways to keep yourself forever stuck in sadness. You can't really be forever in happiness, but I think you can be in forever sadness. Like, it's really hard to be happy all the time on earth, but if you're a human, then it's really easy to be sad all the time if you do it in the wrong way. But I'm teaching you the right way, and it is actually really effective because according to a book called The Happiness Advantage, I actually have it right here. There's a book written by a psychologist named Sean Acor called The Happiness Advantage. And basically, the happier you feel, the more success you'll get. So it's not really work hard, then success, then you're happy. It's actually the other way around. You're happy, then you work hard, then you have success. So the happiness comes first before the work. And in psychology and in the happiness advantage, it talks about employees in Shanghai being completely stressed and even disheartened. One of the people said, market forces are out of my control. Share prices are out of my control. My boss's decisions are out of my control. So there's nothing I can do about it. The waters feel like they're getting higher each day. Sean Acor also defines learned helplessness, if you've been confused, because I haven't explained it. Learned helplessness is a belief in the futility of our actions. When we eliminate our motivation to search for the positivity in the future, we end up undermining our ability to tackle the challenge at hand. So basically, the whole lesson that you can take away from the passage that I read from The Happiness Advantage is if you believe things are going to get worse, that right now is the end of everything and the end of everything is going to come and you can't do anything to stop it, you'll become stressed and most of all, you'll become less productive. It seems like the more you try to worry about doing well, the less well you even do. So it's like trying to catch a cat. The more you try hard to catch it, the faster it'll run away. Really, sadness is inevitable, but learned helplessness is not. The reason why being sad can be an unproductive state is because it leads you into learned helplessness, where you believe that your actions are futile and that basically you give up. That's the wrong way of sadness. Sadness is inevitable. You just have to do it in the right way. And the wrong way is to be sad and give up. Be sad and feel unfortunate. Be sad and despaired. Be sad and pessimistic. That's the wrong way. The right way stops learned helplessness. And what's the right way? The right way is sad but optimistic, sad but hopeful, sad but grateful, sad but hardworking. Sadness really is an inescapable and inevitable human experience that you'll encounter on Earth. So, really, the thing that you can do the right way to deal with sadness is to do the four things that I mentioned to you earlier. Be sad but optimistic, but hopeful, but grateful, but hardworking. You should believe that sadness is only temporary and that it's not going to last forever. And in fact, you're the future, you should believe that the future will get better, that things will get better. And if you're the kind of person that's like thinking, nah, that's just wishful thinking, that's not going to work, then you should seriously read The Happiness Advantage by Sean Acor. It has lots of very good psychology studies that will most definitely prove that mindset wrong. So, whatever argument you want to say to this, I can say that just read The Happiness Advantage and you'll realize that in psychology, the best way to remove motivation is to be pessimistic about the future. You need to have a growth mindset. You need to have a sadness is temporary mindset. You need to be hopeful and hardworking. Sadness is inevitable. The only thing you can do about it is to deal with it in the right way, which is to be optimistic, be hopeful, be grateful, be hardworking, even if you're sad. And to realize in your mind that sadness is temporary. Yeah, I don't really know what to say now. Basically, if you liked this video, then you can go ahead and click like and subscribe. My mission in this channel is actually to cure worldwide depression and anxiety and laziness. I want to increase the productivity and mental health of everyone around the globe. And if you find that inspiring and you want to support me, you can support me by clicking like, sh- doing the subscribe button, sharing this video to your friends and family, watching my videos regularly, uh, commenting on my videos, all these things that will help the algorithm spread my message more to all these other people that need this video. Depression is beatable. Make life worth living. See you.